All right, I'm gonna show you guys how to tape, or at least how I tape up a Yeti tumbler for testing wraps, so you don't damage your cup, or mess up a good one. This is my test Yeti. As you can see, it's definitely seen better days. Definitely the thing you want to consider when you're doing this is let the tape work for you. Don't try and fight the tape or fight the circumference of the cup. So the top is pretty simple. What I do is I'll just get it with this line, and just kind of put it there against it. Again, you're going to, because the cup is tapered, it's gonna start, it'll wrinkle on you a little bit. And we'll deal with that once we get to the smaller thing. But basically, you just want to pull it tight. It doesn't really matter if it goes, towards the fatter end, it's going to want to go up. Towards the other end, it's going to want to go down. So just do the best you can. It's always best to do this in bigger pieces. It just makes removing it a little bit easier. But don't be afraid to do it in multiple pieces as well. That's totally okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, we want a nice flat. So we got that done, right? And we're just going to work our way down this cup. And then I'll rip it. Usually I bite it, which makes it a little bit more difficult to do when there's a camera here. So then we'll just, I try not to overlap it. You can if you want. It's not a big deal. And again, see that you're going to see that the tape wants to go up. What I do once it starts trying to go up, and it's too aggressive for my comfort to go up, I'll just rip it and start it over. It seems like the best option, because the whole goal is to keep this flat. So most people, when you get here and you got this, they'll push it this way. The best option is to pull it down, right? So then because it keeps with the contour of the cup and the bubbles stay small. We got a small piece right here. And again, we just want to make it so it's easy to come off and it's flat, because the whole goal is to, and again, we're pulling down towards the bottom of the cup. We're not pushing sideways or pushing down with that radius right there. Okay. And this one's a little wonky, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece on. I'm actually going to push down and follow the curvature of the cup and let the tape here go where it wants to go. It's not going to be perfect every time, but the goal is to get it as flush as we can with the cup, right? You could use smaller pieces here to get rid of these wrinkles. You are going to get a little bit of like a small amount of wrinkle. It's really not a big deal, but the goal is to minimize that wrinkle. So when you do this, you can actually push upward with the curvature of the cup. And you just want to keep it, tight. Oh, I missed that right there. It's not really a big deal. The settings that I'm going to use for this aren't gonna cut it or anything like that. And this is good. I mean, we want to preserve cups. You definitely don't want to be testing and messing up on a Yeti. This one was a gift to me, so the gift is that I get to reuse it over and over. So that's good. We got a little bit of bubbles here. It's not a big deal. I'll go to the bottom. Now towards the bottom, it's gonna wanna wrap down. What we can do is just kind of go with the cup again. Go with the cup. Don't be afraid to use multiple pieces. You could, realistically, you could do this with a whole bunch of tiny pieces and probably get something perfect, which is one day I will do that just for kicks. Okay, so there we go. We got it's true to the actual shape of the cup. There's minimal wrinkles. Even when you feel it, it feels soft, so you'll be able to tell how your engraving is actually going to look. So thanks everybody.